Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. It does look quite nice, I have to say. We are bouncing a little bit from that bottom low yesterday, and we had ourselves a shooting star candle. So these shooting star candles, what they refer to is the wick shows the amount of buys, the candle body shows, yeah, it's red, but it's not such a big deal. It's basically a bullish formation as far as candlestick formations are concerned. Whether you hold them in such high regard is up to you, but that's what it is. That's what it refers to. And we're also bouncing again from this $40,000-ish area. Remember, we talked about this, about how important it is and how it's been here since before we even came down here, because parabolic peak, other resistances, supports as well. It's long-standing and a nice flat number for all the noobs to remember. So it's working out as expected. So far, so good. We're in the descending channel still, still a test from it over here, which is also on that super support. The descending channel plus a descending triangle, and both of them technically bearish in the short term, but once broken out of that, it's a double formation break. So I would be looking for some nice moves. Now, this is something that you might hear people talking about. Oh, death cross! It's a death cross! Death cross on a daily! Bear market. Well, we spoke about this, I suppose, every other day now. It's not particularly that bad, unless we are going into a bear market. If it is a bear market, then yeah, you'd expect probably, 35, 40, 50% further down from a death cross, just like we all get excited when you get the opposite, golden crosses. Way. But in what I consider to be still a bull market, then a death cross is basically a non-event. The price has already, it's already happened. Anything that anybody ever wants out of a death cross has probably already taken place. And like this one, this death cross was literally confirmed 2 days after the lowest wick. Isn't that interesting? Could we be doing something similar than that right now? Probably. I think we probably are. All these people thinking bear market and that. I mean, obviously they'll be able to point and laugh at me if we do go into a bear market, but I'm pretty confident we're not in one. So if we go over to the 4-hourly above all major moving averages on this very small, skinny Bollinger Band. So Bollinger Band's pinching means volatility brewing. Also massive bullish divergence now on the 4-hourly. This is what we want to see. That's if you consider wicks part of this. If we consider wicks part of this, then the bullish divergence is enormous and very pronounced. So we'll just entertain the idea that wicks are included this time, because if it is, then super bull div has brewed there. Look, this one realistically is likely to come towards the top of the range, which today it's just short of 44,000. We've got a big cloud of resistance here. We've got this descending channel resistance. But if this were to break, then there is a very good chance it gets brought straight back up to the 46,500 zone, which is where we spent a long time being supported, and it would be only fair for that to have flipped to resistance at this stage. But remember, as I've been saying the entire time before we even came down into this area, I said when we get this wick that comes down to the low 40s, when we come down into here, we're likely to accumulate within the $40,000 range to the $49,000 range. I know I'm like a broken record, but some people do need a bit more encouragement, a little bit of reassuring, some hand holding. They do need that, because, like I say, it's something that has been anticipated, and I'm not even bearish. Does that make sense? I anticipated this, whoa, and I'm not even bearish. So it is quite early over here, and I've got things to do. So I'm going to leave it with you there, but I'll be available on Twitter and Telegram for the most part of the day. Probably get another video made later on. It is quite early, so my expectations is top of this range, and then if that breaks, top of this range will be met. I'm very bullish, I have to say, and by that I mean I'm not massively bearish. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy.